On a hot, late summer morning, departure time is fast approaching at this railway station in Ukraine. But this is no ordinary train. It's a hospital on wheels, evacuating dozens of wounded military personnel away from the Eastern Front as Russia's brutal offensive grinds on. Paramedics carefully loading patient after patient, many of them unconscious, onto repurposed carriages. It's a highly organized special operation and it's never been seen before. CNN gained unprecedented and exclusive access to what so far has remained a closely guarded military secret. But everybody's still... Before the train moves off, I meet 35-year-old Alexander, wounded by a drone strike, which has caused him to go deaf in one ear. His call sign is positive, but he doesn't feel it.
Very tired, but hard times, and we маємо далі продовжувати боротися, як би важко не було би.
Do you feel that you have enough people, enough weapons to defend?
No.
You don't have enough?
No, не вистачає людей, однозначно, і однозначно не вистачає зброї.
As the train rolls on, we make our way to the intensive care unit, where several soldiers are on life support. Bed after bed of broken and battered bodies. Lives shattered in an instant. 90% of the wounds being treated here are from shrapnel. And yet, many of these patients know they'll be patched up just to be sent back to the front as soon as possible. This train and its cargo sum up Ukraine's state of military affairs. Mostly ordinary citizens who've answered the call, outmanned, outgunned by Russia, and yet still putting up a hell of a fight. Nurse Yulia makes this journey twice a week. How do you feel being in here with these very badly wounded soldiers? How does it make you feel? I'm an empathetic person, so it's difficult, she tells me. But you have to switch off your feelings at the moment of work, and later you can reflect. And the story of frontline morale is on display here too. If electrician Alexander was feeling down after 18 months fighting this brutal war, Stanislav, who signed up in March, is still full of patriotic fervor. He can still summon a smile, even though he has shrapnel in his body and damage to his lungs.
Personally, I was ready for it. I was ready to trade the shower stall, the good sheets and the bed, the good conditions that I had at home for a foxhole. I knew where I was going and what I was doing. The most difficult part is evacuation from the front line. Combat medics who work on the front are dying, just like soldiers.
As these carriages rumble on through fields of gold, think for a moment of history repeating itself in Europe when thousands of ambulance trains evacuated casualties from World War I's trenches, more than 1 million to the UK alone. Tonight, darkness descends as we arrive at the destination, and suddenly there's activity everywhere again. As ambulances line up collecting and dispatching to hospitals across the country. On the platform, the railway chief describes his pride and his sorrow.
I see these kids who are saying goodbye to their dads who are heading towards the front lines. So seeing those same guys coming back effectively unconscious or with amputations, it feels like the price of the war is incredible.
Like a conveyor belt, industrial-scale conversion of healthy young men and women into this. And yet, as one of them told us, Ukraine is strong and motivated. While Russia has quantity, we have quality, and we will win.